So today I'm coming at you with a very exciting video. This video is sort of for my followers, of course you guys, and also people who are probably going to this year's IMATS London 2014. I've mentioned it many times before that I'm going, but this is sort of an official announcement now that I'm going to be going, and I really hope to see a few of you guys there. I know a couple of you already said you are going, which I'm so excited about because I love any opportunity I can to meet you guys. So I'm looking forward to that, but today I thought I would do a video on a sort of IMATS survival guide. I've only been to the London one, and I've heard that the ones in LA and New York get pretty mental. So I'm just gonna say right now that this is the London one because I know how things run there. So today I'm just doing a little video on some of the perks of going and a survival guide sort of thing. So I'm going to be telling you the dates and times, the keynote speakers, who they are, what they're doing. I'm going to be talking about the exhibitors that are going to be there, and also obviously what you want to bring and what you don't want to bring. Just so you guys know, IMATS London is a huge event. It is the biggest beauty event we have here in the UK. It was held last year at Olympia National Stadium. I went last year, so this is why I can do this guide to the best of my knowledge. But before that, I do not know where it was held, because obviously Olympia was only built like recently, like in the past few years. So I'm not too sure where it was before that, but it's usually held at Olympia National Hall in Kensington. And if you're going by tube, then make sure you work out your tube route, because there's a separate tiny bit of tube that just goes to that one stop just outside. So last year I went on the tube, and basically you want to get the tube all the way to the second last spot before the destination, and then wait at that platform and wait till you see a tube train that says going to Olympia Kensington, because that tube line is only open when there's events going on at Olympia. So during IMATS weekend they will be open. You have to be very careful you get on the right tube train, because otherwise some of them don't stop at that one. So just make sure you plan your route way ahead of time. It's going to be held on Friday, Saturday and Sunday at the end of June, which is the 27th to the 29th of June. Now, going on to tickets, I would strongly suggest you buy your tickets before the event. From last year, if I still have the footage, I'll put it in here, but I don't think I do. I do have a vlog from last year IMATS, by the way, so you can check that out down below. I'll show you everything there, so you can get an idea of the atmosphere. But basically what it was is, if you had a ticket, there was one line all the way down the street, and if you needed to buy a ticket, there was another line all the way down the street. So just to be safe, order your tickets online. You can do this at the IMATS website. You can order the 2-day pass or the 1-day pass. The 1-day pass is £35 and the 2-day pass is £60. So I'd strongly suggest that you buy your tickets beforehand, although just so you know, the line was extremely long when I got there, and I got there pretty much just 5 minutes before it was meant to open, so kind of not the best idea. As a tip, you guys would want to get there kind of about 20 minutes early, I suppose, because the line gets extremely long. I mean, it goes down, we were in the line for about an hour, but it does go down relatively fast. Like, they just let everybody in, check tickets, go in, so that's great. And also, if you have got a printable ticket that you've bought online, you'll just have to go in and they'll give you a wristband, a green one if it's a 1-day pass and a purple one if it's a 2-day pass. So obviously, if I haven't mentioned already, IMATS, if you have no idea what I'm talking about, is the International Makeup Artist Trade Show. It's held in the major cities around the world. Off the top of my head, if I can think, is Toronto, New York, LA, Tokyo, Sydney and London. I think they've downsized now. There was a lot more before, but they've downsized to just the major cities now. So I could be wrong, but that is what I think it is. So staying on the days, I just want to let you guys know, Saturday is obviously the busier day because it's the first day of general admissions, and obviously everyone thinks that everything's going to sell out and things like that. Nothing sold out that I wanted last year, so don't be too worrying about things selling out. And on Sunday it's still, of course, it's busy, but it's not as busy. And there's usually a lot of people with the 2-day wristbands on that day because the people who come in for one day usually just want to come for the Saturday. Okay, going on now, I'm going to talk about some of the keynote speakers that are coming. Last year I sort of didn't look at the keynote speakers, I always just wanted to go to buy stuff. But this year I've actually taken the time to look at some of the keynote speakers going, and you guys would be really surprised who it is. So I'm just going to briefly read out some of them that I found the most exciting to see there. So the first one is Alan Apone. He's known for doing Avengers, Star Trek, Voyagers, and Django. I don't know how you say that last one, Django. There's Neil Garton, or Gorton. I think it's Neil Garton. He did Saving Private Ryan, Gladiator, Inkheart, The Wolfman, Doctor Who, Little Britain, and Torchwood. There's Vineal, which I think I'm the most excited to see. She's got 3 Oscars, 2 Emmys, 4 Satums, and a BAFTA award. Her films include Star Trek, Beetlejuice, The Lost Boys, Batman movies, Edward Scissorhands, The Grinch Who Stole Christmas, the Spider-Man films, and the Hunger Games films. So that's very exciting. Okay, next up I'm going to go on to exhibitors, the things that I was most excited about. So the exhibitors this year, I've only put in here a few of them that I'm most excited for. So the number one is NYX. NYX Cosmetics, very exciting. I cannot say this word, sorry about this. Palladium Tools, they're a brush brand. Bobbi Brown Pro, Eldora Lashes, MAC Pro, HD Brows, Crown Brush, Hakiodo, Guru Makeup Emporium, which is a website. NARS, Face Lace, Stargazer, Temp2 Pro Airbrushing Systems, OCC, Obsessive Compulsive Cosmetics, Velour Lashes, Meron, Pam, LoveMakeup.com, and many more. I am so excited, and also if you guys follow Wayne Goss on here, Matt's buddy, he was there on the Pro Day. However, he may be at the 2 days, the 2 general admission days, because at the Love Makeup booth they're going to be selling his brushes. Because obviously you guys know he came out with a new brush line and it looks really, really cool, and I really want to get one. They're extremely expensive, but I believe if I was him, I would be there promoting my brushes. So yeah, you can probably expect to see him there, so that's very exciting. So now 10 tips on my survival guide to IMATS, what to and what not to bring. Okay, so the first tip of my survival guide is bring a small bag. You are going to be running around the convention center, which is huge. You're going to be pushing past people, and you really don't want to have a giant Michael Kors Hamilton or a huge, like, I don't know, duffel. You don't want a huge tote bag is what I'm saying. So just bring a very small, like, side strap bag that you can just literally have your necessities in. Tip number 2, bring cash, not cards. If you haven't attended IMATS before, lucky enough last year I brought cash, but if you have cards, none of the booths, or I think only a couple of them, actually accept cards. You are going to need to get your cash out beforehand. There is one ATM machine within the venue, but there was a huge line at it because obviously people aren't aware that you needed to bring cash. So I'd say beforehand, pop to an ATM and get out your budget, and then just keep it in your small little bag. Tip number 3, bring snacks and water. It's a very, very long day if you're planning on staying in there. Bring a couple of little protein bars or some crisps or something. Obviously nothing too big because you want to bring a small bag, but just a little protein bar and a bottle of water is essential because it's a very long day, and from last year there was only one small cafe upstairs, and it wasn't even a cafe, it was just like one of these kiosk things, and everybody was lining up there and everything was way overpriced. You were paying like £7 for a sandwich and like £3 for £3+ quid for a random bottle of water. So bring your own water, very essential. I mean, the snack's not necessary because there is a Pizza Express actually in the building, but you have to go out and around. It's at the edge of the building, but there's a Pizza Express there. Sorry, my card cut out. There's a Pizza Express right actually on, like, in the building, but you have to go out of the convention center and to the side to go in it. But there is that there, so you don't need to worry too much about the snack. but it's just if you're planning on not moving for the entire day, just bring some water is basically what I'm saying, because I'll overcharge you and you might as well just bring your own because it's easier and you can have it whenever you want. Tip number 4, check the schedule before the show. If you are somebody who wants to go see some keynote speakers, go on the IMATS website right now and check what time they are scheduled in for and which stage, because there's about, I think there's the main stage and there's 2 side stages, and then upstairs there's separate rooms where all these different keynotes are going on. So if you want to go to a specific person, make sure you pencil in a time you need to go and set an alarm on your phone. Tip number 5, one that I found very helpful last year, is get the IMATS London app. Each year they post a new app that is basically, obviously you get it on your smartphone if you have a smartphone, and it's got loads of resources on there. It has one that tells you which keynote speakers are speaking where and when. It'll give you a live updated schedule. It also gives you a map of the floor. So if that's what I found most useful. I was standing somewhere and I was looking for, I don't know what I was looking for. Let's say I was looking for NYX and I couldn't find it. I got out my IMATS map and I just looked at it and it said you are here, and it showed me a little dot of where I was, and it showed me where NYX was, and I could navigate, and it was really easy because it sounds really stupid, but the hall is quite big and there is a lot of shops there, so you do get very lost in it sometimes. So that's another good thing, and I'm sure there was plenty of resources on there as well. I can't think of any that come to mind right now. It updates you with everything that's happening in the moment, so without a doubt, get it. It's free. Very, very important you do that. It makes life so much more easier. Tip number 6, make a shopping list. I've read out some of the exhibitors, but you can go on, like I said, the IMATS website and check out absolutely every single one that are coming. And also on that website, there's a direct link to each of their websites, so you can search through them and you can make a little brief shopping list. Because believe me, if you set yourself a budget and you go and you don't have a shopping list, you'll end up spending too much on something that you don't necessarily need when you might have needed something else, and then obviously you've broken your budget. So I'd say make a shopping list of things you know you want to get and get them first, and then the rest of the time you can spend just browsing and picking up whatever you want, because obviously I know there's a lot of people there who are there just to shop and look around, but there's also a lot of people there who are actually buying their kit for their makeup, kit. So it's really important you budget yourself properly, because things are discounted, but believe me, it's very easy to spend a lot of money quickly in there. Tip number 7, prioritize your makeup brands. The queues get extremely long for NYX, NARS, MAC Pro, Bobbi Brown, Inglot. They all get extremely long. So if you know that you want to go and you want to build a Inglot palette, go there first. The line will be long, but you only have to wait in it once then, just so you know that they're going to have everything in stock. You're going to get the one thing you really, really wanted. Like, first of all, I went to the NYX booth to get all my NYX stuff, and I was in that line for a good hour, like, going around and getting things. It is mental, the NYX booth. It curls around the booth, like, and all the way back around again. It is absolutely mental. But so prioritize what you definitely want to get first, and yes, you will have to wait in lines. There is no escaping that. Tip number 8, something I briefly talked about earlier, you need to get there early. Get there at least 20 minutes early, I would say. There still will probably be a queue, people are probably there hours earlier, but yeah, don't worry about getting in first or anything like that. It's not like a concert where you're going to get to the front of the stage or whatever. There is plenty of room for everyone, there's plenty of stock for everyone, so don't worry about that, but you don't want to be stuck at the back of the line like an hour after the show is supposed to start. So just get there slightly earlier, like I said, at least 20 minutes. Tip number 9, like I've said, buy your tickets online. It makes life a lot easier. You haven't got to wait in the line and pay before you go in. So it's very simple. Just obviously order it online and you can print them out. No posting fee or whatever. So just do that and it's a hell of a lot easier. And tip number 10, bring your camera. If you are a vlogger, bring your vlogging camera, film everything. Everybody would like to see it. If you're just somebody who wants to go and enjoy the show, probably meet some YouTubers, bring your camera, take some photos. If you're a blogger, blog about it. I met a few bloggers last year actually when I was there, and you get chatting and you get to know them and they get to know you, and it's really exciting and you make new connections, especially if you're new on YouTube and you're going. It's a great place to go to meet people and make connections. It is a amazing time. I remember leaving last year and saying that I'm 100% going back next year, and here I am. I'm so excited. I'm going with 2 of my friends as well, so brilliant. So I'm gonna have to leave it there because I'm gonna get too overexcited, and I will have to speak to you guys in my next video. I hope you can all come, and if you are, leave a comment down below. I would love to meet you guys. And yeah, have a fantastic day. See you at IMATS. Ciao.